Now Jesus was going up to Jerusalem. On the way, he took the 12 aside and said to them, "We are going up to Jerusalem, and the Son of Man will be delivered over to the chief priests and the teachers of the law. They will condemn him to death and will hand him over to the Gentiles to be mocked and flogged and crucified. On the third day, he will be raised to life." Then the mother of Zebedee's sons came to Jesus with her sons, and kneeling down asked a favor of him. "What is it you want?" he asked. She said, "Grant that one of these two sons of mine may sit at your right and the other at your left in your kingdom." "You don't know what you're asking," Jesus said to them. "Can you drink the cup I'm going to drink?" "We can," they answered. Jesus said to them, "You will indeed drink from my cup, but to sit at my right or left is not for me to grant. These places belong to those for whom they have been prepared by my Father." When the 10 heard about this, they were indignant with the two brothers. Jesus called them together and said, "You know that the rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and their high officials exercise authority over them. Not so with you. Instead, whoever wants to become great among you must be your servant, and whoever wants to be first must be your slave. Just as the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many." Greatness only for those who are born with it. Is one great because of his or her royal bloodline? Is one great because of his or her genius mind? Is one great because of the handsome face, or beautiful voice, or charismatic personality? Is greatness something that we need to earn? Is one great because of the hard work that he or she put in? Is greatness something that is given from above, or bestowed from a king, as it were? Some of us really shy away from wanting to be great, to be in the limelight. We genuinely would rather be ordinary people. On the other hand, others are too ambitious and seek greatness at all cost. The truth is that most of us have not reached our full potential. We have not achieved the greatness that God envisaged for each one of us. After all, we're made in God's image and likeness. Salome, the mother of John and James, was one of the women who supported and financed the ministry of Jesus. Perhaps she did it for the sake of her sons. Wouldn't mothers do what's best for their children? Salome knew who Jesus was and how powerful he was. So she came to secure her son's greatness. Interestingly, Jesus did not dismiss her or tell her off. Jesus wanted John and James and all the disciples to be great. He wants us to be great. But greatness for Jesus is not a given thing. Greatness is earned by genuine service. Service is greatness. The quality of your service defines your greatness. This means that in God's eyes, everyone has the same potential to be great, and everyone is called to greatness. Greatness is not defined by the type of work or service that you do. Greatness is defined by how much love and dedication you place in your service. The more you serve, the greater you are. You might be a president. How dedicated and genuine is your service to your country people? You might be a teacher. How well do you facilitate the learning experience, and how dedicated are you in teaching your students? You might be a farmer. How much dedication do you put in your service to provide food for others? You might be a leader. How well do you serve your team with your leadership? You might be a mother or a father. How dedicated are you in looking after your children? Jesus asked John and James, "Can you drink the cup?" It is the cup of suffering for the salvation of all and for the sake of the kingdom of heaven. Therefore, greatness in God's kingdom is determined by how willing we are to endure the suffering for the kingdom, particularly when the enemy undermines our service and persecutes us. Friends, may the Holy Spirit help us to be genuinely great. Let us serve wholeheartedly and be great in God's kingdom.